Since the moment he came here, Jared Goff has, in my opinion, been the most underappreciated Lion that I think I've seen over the past 2 years. Thrown away from the LA Rams for a quarterback that was 7 years his senior, en route to his former team winning the Super Bowl. He was thrown into the trash pit that was the Detroit Lions at the time. Just moving on from the horrendous Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia, Jared Goff came here and he did the best with what he had. And now, after a resurgent 2022, he has the opportunity to be brought up in the elite conversation. Well, what am I referring to? In Jared Goff's one matchup against Patrick Mahomes, he outshined him, and that was the year that Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl. Let's take a look at that game, the 51-54 matchup that was ultimately won by the LA Rams at the time. Jared Goff, Monday night 2018, went 31 for 49, had 413 yards, and threw for 5 touchdowns. His opposition, Patrick Mahomes, went 33 of 46, 478 yards with 6 touchdowns. And Jared Goff came out victorious. As a matter of fact, I remember watching that game, and I want to say it was like within the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, they were trailing because basically, I don't know if there was even a punt in that game. It was just back and forth scoring. And the Kansas City Chiefs went up, and Jared Goff was able to bring his team back for the win, with the final score being 54 Rams, 51 Chiefs. And that is why when people talk bad about Jared Goff, when people say what he can't do, it bothers me because this guy was able to compete with the best. Patrick Mahomes is the bar, and he was able to compete with him. Not only compete, but best him in his lone matchup. Jared Goff has the opportunity to come out of the gate in 2023 and put himself as an elite quarterback with a victory against the Kansas City Chiefs. This is a big deal for Jared Goff. Like I said, was underestimated, undervalued from the moment he got here. Ready to be every single year that Jared has been here. After the trade. The trade was in January 2021. In April 2021, we're talking about taking a quarterback. Most of you are. In 2022, Malik Willis at 2, trying to draft another quarterback. 2023, it was less noisy, but it was still, when are the Lions going to take a quarterback? Some mock draft analysts had us taking a quarterback at 6. But us keen-eye, observant Detroit Lions fans knew, like myself, knew that the Detroit Lions were not going to take a quarterback in the first round. They have shown their support for Jared Goff, and I think Jared Goff has earned it. And now he has an opportunity to be the best if he can beat the best. Now, a loss here doesn't mean that Jared Goff can't become an elite quarterback. He can't get up there with Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow. He can get up there. But if he can beat the Super Bowl champion, Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs, he will go a long way in cementing himself as an elite quarterback. In my honest opinion, Jared Goff is just reaching his prime. Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl over the age of 30, and Jared Goff is 28. He was put in a situation where he had to make the best of what he had, and he did just that. In year 2, he did even better. Some people believe Jared is going to regress in year 3. I myself don't think he is. The confidence, the swag, putting the team around him. And what do we have now? And what do we expect to have going into 2023? Well, I think that we're going to have not only a run game, but a huge play-action run game with the addition of David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Ben Johnson was a critical part of the success to Jared Goff, and he is staying as Detroit Lions offensive coordinator. So to me, Jared Goff has an opportunity. He bested Patrick Mahomes in their lone matchup 4 or 5 years ago, and he has the opportunity to come out in front of the entire world. Game 1, Week 1, Thursday night, September 7th at 8:20 on NBC, and show that he needs to be in the elite quarterback conversation. Now, after 2018 and from 2019 to just recently, Jared Goff did lead the league in turnovers with 60 plus, but he began to right that ship with the showing last year and with the strong finish to 2021. And I think now is that opportunity. If Jared Goff can pull this off, that'll go a long way to Detroit Lions fans and the world in general having to respect Jared Goff. And I think that's something he hasn't received since he's been here. And I think this is the year that Jared Goff, Brad Holmes, and Dan Campbell have shown their support, saying that this is a red shirt year. Hendon Hooker was not drafted to overtake Jared Goff. He was drafted to complement Jared Goff. Now, if that time comes in 2 or 3 years when we have to move on, then we have to move on. And we will do just that. But the organization has shown their support for Jared Goff. And I think that we need to do as well. Finally, accept that Jared Goff is our quarterback. He's a pretty good quarterback, and he can be a great quarterback if he can come out. He doesn't even have to duplicate what he did last year. Just be an efficient quarterback. He doesn't have to be a game manager. Be an efficient quarterback. We're going to have a run game. We're going to have a play-action game. Be that efficient quarterback, smart with the football, and he can be put in the elite conversation. In my opinion, he would have to be at least top 8. Have to be. You got to put Burrow, Allen, Mahomes, Hurts. You got to put those in there. But Jared Goff could be number 6 through 10. I think he has the opportunity to do that. So hopefully Jared Goff comes out, puts in the work in the offseason, and really shows the world what he can do. And I'm rooting for him because he is my quarterback. You guys are awesome, man. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.